Hey everyone, it's Sam. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be memory planning the week of August 23rd through August 29th using this sunflower kit from Caress Press. It is in glossy, which I tend to purchase. And I also paired it with the sunflower foil bundle from Olive Studio. And if you don't know, which I'm sure y'all do, I PR for Olive Studio. My code is SAM10 and you can get my special exclusive freebie, which has some fall leaves on it in rose gold and some foiled olives. And using a PR code is the only way that you can get yourself some foiled olives. But I am on the term until the end of September only, so go get you some if you haven't already, but definitely use my code. But I think the gold sunflowers paired beautifully with this kit. I actually think Britt, the owner of Olive Studio, I believe she actually used the foil bundle too. And it just looks stunning. Like, it's beautiful. And what else did I do? Nothing. Midway through planning yesterday when I was planning the base, I did lose like my additional sheet, my additional like extra part of the washi that I cut out that I used for the side for the hole reinforcers, and luckily I found it. So sorry if I was if I sound out of breath. I was actually just moved one of my, like, I have a chest under my TV in my room and I moved it into my closet so I can make more room for my plants. Oh my goodness. So when I was putting down the full boxes, I actually wasn't sure if I was going to use the actual like double box scene because it kind of was plain to me, but I did decide to use it because I wanted to use an extender since there was one extra box hanging around. And if you know me by now, you know that I like to use like every box as long as I love it like a lot, which I probably could have dealt without one of them, but I mean, I tend to use all the boxes. So I've never actually, I think, used an extender as an extender purpose, like to add extra things for my day. I think every single time I've used an extender, it was just for extra boxes. But I love it. And I love this Harry Style box. And I love the Harry Styles butt box. So Harry Styles had to be on one side and his butt had to be on the other. And yeah, I did pick up they were a la carte, they were extra, as was the girl that you see at the bottom when I put it down. She is an add-on too, which that's what I've actually found that I love from Caress Press. And you'll see from my Halloween kits that I've added like bits and pieces from other shops because I didn't want to spend a full like $3-4 for a full sheet of Fashion Girls when I only needed one. And if Caress Press uses that art, she literally has, like, if you wanted the blonde girl, you only buy the blonde girl for like 90 cents, I think it is, or like $1. If you wanted the brunette, you just get the brunette. Like, I love that about Maggie's shop because it's perfect because you don't have to waste money. Because honestly, if I have a whole full sheet of Fashion Girls, I use one and that's it. I only use my kits once a week and that's it. Like, I can't reuse art, which I think we've gone over before too. Like, I just can't reuse art. So me having another girl in the skin tone, like, it's just kind of pointless for me. So kudos to you, Maggie. I don't know if you watch my videos. You probably don't, but if you do, thanks, because I love this, because that's what I'm doing for a couple other kits that I purchased that I want the Fashion Girls that I'm buying from your shop. In this sidebar, I did mark that I was joking around with my mom this week because literally, I think I didn't mark it every day, but like, or maybe I did. No, that I got like a plant a day pretty much almost every day. Not every day, but almost every day. So I just marked like new plant a day, LOL, in the sidebar with a foiled olive, which was on Sage's freebie from last term because I loved the sunflowers, so I had to get them. And yeah. So this is the base. Oh, also, you'll see in this spread that I used a ton of yellow stickers, like yellow characters, and I don't use yellow that often. So when I find a kit that has yellow, I predominantly use yellow character stickers. I think I did this for Maggie's I think it was her February mystery. It was the Kitnish Jess art, like the office or like the beauty room. So I used a lot of yellow, and I have a ton more yellow in this kit, which I absolutely adore. I did use some blue, but mainly like if my characters, if I found a yellow one, that's the first one I pulled out. So yeah. I actually love how this turned out with all of the yellow. How many times can I say yellow? But like the yellow, and then I used like this, like, is it like a sunflowery, like orangish color that was in the kit too? I have a couple stickers that matched that color as well. So I should be starting them soon. You don't see me put the whole reinforcers down because I had like a panic. Like I mentioned that I lost that sheet, so I panicked a little bit, so you don't actually see me putting them down. But if you want me to add, like, keep that in the video, I'll make sure that I can record that, because honestly I didn't record that part while I did it. But starting off with Monday, I did not sleep well. If you thought the last plan with me, like that Monday, was bad, this week, like, wait till we get to Saturday, because Saturday was terrible. But I did not sleep well this day, so I just used a patterned quarter box to mark that with a paper shire vanilla, like hitting the alarm clock. I think it was from a freebie, but I just wanted to mark that I didn't sleep well. Since I didn't sleep well, I took 3 hours of vacation, and I used the alarm clock icon from the kit on a fancy label. I also love not planning related, work related. Like, if I wake up in the morning, like before I was in this department that I was in, you literally had to, call into our control desk, say like, hey, I'm not coming in. They had to give you to a supervisor, and then 9 times out of 10, you were getting an occurrence, like a point against you, and like eventually you would get written up. Here, as long as like no one's off, or at least like one person is off, you're not getting in trouble because we're such like a smaller group. So I took 3 hours of vacation time this day just so I could relax and lay down. I don't think I fell back asleep, but I was actually able to relax than jumping back into work. And then on a little thing, I marked that I had a migraine this day, and I used a Willow Wallow Co. Bear migraine sticker to mark that. After that, on a half box, I did mark that I watered all of my plants upstairs because I wanted to make sure everything was watered before I started bringing stuff up. Spoiler, I don't think I didn't bring anything up until the week after, but I wanted to make sure everything was watered so I can kind of get them on a schedule. And like next week, I watered like all the ones outside that I have to bring in. So I just used a paper and milk Maru to mark that. And then I filmed part of my plan with me. It was probably, I can't tell you for sure if it was the Pink Sands one or the Pink Diamond Planner Company kit. I'm not sure. But I used a Once More with Love Munchkin with a camera for that. Moving on. It sounded like cursive, if you've ever seen those TikToks where they talk in cursive. Moving on. Guys, I'm tired. But moving on to Tuesday, I did mark that I recorded my voiceover, so it must have been for the Pink Sands art because I filmed again later on in the week. So it must have been for the Pink Sands art, but I recorded my voiceover. I had to run to a friend's house, so I just used the car icon for that. Then I ran to Target to get an Airwick mist. It's those little like black misters that use the like air fresheners to like puff out the smoke in the air. There is a trick on TikTok that you can use those Bath and Body Works ones in there, and they work, and let me tell you, they do work. Like, I was shocked. I was really surprised. So I grabbed one for my mom, and of course, y'all know I had to stop at Lowe's since it was like right basically next door to Target. So I got 2 plants. They were just, I guess they're little ferns. The little stick says, "Hi, I'm Beautiful Home Decor." It doesn't tell you what it actually is. But I got 2 clearance plants. They were $2. They were the same ones. I got one for myself and one for my mom. They looked kind of sad, so we didn't have a hard time picking which one we wanted because they both kind of looked the same. And I used a little dino from SPC. Like, she was happy to mark that. I uploaded my plan with me, and I used a Bubba Bear Studio bear with an arrow sticker. and I had a weird dream. And does anybody have any sticker shops, with character stickers? Does anybody have like bad dream stickers? Because I feel like I need some, or like weird dream stickers. So I used like this crazy hair from, I think it was like the COVID bucket list from Once More With Love, because I just had some really weird dreams this night. And then moving on to Wednesday, I woke up at 6 a.m. This week was just bleh. Like honestly, I was up at 6 a.m. for no reason at all. And I used a Bubba Bear Studio cat, a grumpy cat sticker to mark that. That came from like a cat freebie that she had a while ago. I couldn't fall back asleep. So on a little thing I marked with a munchkin that I couldn't fall back to sleep. This day I did rearrange my bedroom. I had to move a stand closer to my window so I can add some more plants to it. So I used a Every Minute a Story little like bean character cleaning for that. On a little thing I marked that I had some high anxiety. I really honestly can't remember. It was probably just like work outside, like if people are doing road work or like construction or stuff, like while I'm working, my anxiety goes like through the roof. So I just used a Coffee Monster Co. Emoji for that. I ran to Garrity's to just get some snacks and stuff, and I don't know why, but I was craving marshmallows, so I picked up a jumbo bag of marshmallows, and I haven't had an actual like marshmallow in such a long time. Like I don't count Peeps. I count Peeps as marshmallows, but not like the s'more kind of marshmallows. So I just used a s'more icon from doodle from Beneva Creations for that. And then Wentworth was on this day. It was the season premiere of the finale, like the series finale. So I don't know where to watch episode 2. I'm in the US. I know it's an Australian based show. I do follow, like I do have a site that I watch it on, but unfortunately they took episode 2 down. And episode 3 should be up today or tomorrow. I don't remember, probably tomorrow. But I'm hoping they re-upload episode 2 because I need to see it, because it's like an Orange is the New Black, but not. Like it's more violent per se. But it's super good. Like I love that show, and I'm sad to see it end, but I'm so happy I could watch it. I could watch all of it at the end because it's going to be on Netflix like once the series ends, but I don't want to wait, so I watch it every week if I can. Moving on to Thursday that I'm so far behind on now because I like to talk. I marked that I slept in until 7:50. It is like 20 minutes later than I normally get to, so I used an Olive Studio Olive for that. Ian worked from home, so I didn't have to get up super early this day, so I used the house icon on a little thing for that. My horror shirts, I ordered a Beetlejuice one and a Michael Myers one. Yeah. No. Jason. Oh my goodness. Jason. Wow. But I ordered 2 shirts and I wasn't very happy with the quality of them. I will wear them because I do love them, but they weren't what I was expecting. So I used a Beetlejuice worm sticker for that. It was almost Friday. Like this week was just like a hell of a week. So I just marked that on a fancy label for Once More With Love. I went to Weiss this day and I took out the trash and I used a Once More With Love munchkin to mark that as well. Moving on to Friday, I worked, it was my late day, so I worked from 9:30 to 6. Up until 4:30, I was up in the credit compliance queue, which is the same department but different. So there's essentially 2 queues in the financial services. There's financial services, and then there's credit compliance that handles with like deposits and stuff. So I was in that queue for a little bit because a lot of people were off. Then I picked up Ian's pills, and I used the Coffee Monsters Co. Emoji for that. And let me tell you, this day though, I was in the queue from 9:30 until 4:30, and then from 4:30 till 6 I was supposed to be in the financial services queue. There was a douchebag that worked at the control desk that I asked to switch my queue so I can get the correct calls, and he's like, yeah Sam, I did. And I waited till like, I didn't get a phone call till I think like 5:55 p.m. And then I got a call and it was still for credit compliance. So I emailed him like, hey, listen, can you please check again? It's not working. And he's like, yeah, as we spoke before. I'm like, no, jerk. it wasn't like because you never fixed it. Come to find out, he actually got another job and he quit over the weekend. So, I mean, don't fuck with my stuff. Like, honestly, just don't. On a patterned half box, I marked that I was exhausted using a vanilla with a white flag under like a pillow fort. I did have a migraine this day, so I used a Primrose Corner girl for that. And I did film a plan with me, so I used the camera icon for the kit, and I think that was the Pink Diamond Planner Co. Honestly, I don't know anymore. I think I've mentioned before that I probably should like note which kits or which planner spreads I'm filming, but I haven't, and I should. I really need to. Moving on to Saturday, in a patterned half box, I used an Olive Studio, like, it's from the couple sheet, but I marked it for me and my mom. We went to a place that's locally, it's a greenhouse kind of place, but it's an Edwards Garden Center. So I got a mini Monstera, which I used in a little thing, but I adore it. It's so cute and so tiny, and I love it so much, and it's perfect. And of course, we went to Lowe's, so I just used a shopping bag for that. And ready for my day, because here's where the terribleness happened on Saturday. I got these 2 beautiful pots from TJ Maxx not too long ago, and I gave a smaller one to my mom, and I kept the bigger one. Well, I had a couple rocks on the bottom of it because it didn't have a drainage hole, and I just had a pot sitting in it. Well, I figured, I'm like, let me try. On my mom's pot, I drilled a hole, and it worked. I was like, great, I could go ahead and put a hole in the big one, so then I could actually plant it instead of it being like on top of rocks. Well, drilled, cracked the pot right in half. I was almost in tears. I didn't cry, but almost. So I used a like freaking out munchkin for that. On a fancy label, I did use a Pooh Bear from Bubba Bear Studios to mark that I got stung by a bee, the same bee, 4 freaking times. I was in the bathroom. I was getting ready to go to TJ Maxx to look for another pot, which is what I marked after that. And I felt something, and I'm like, okay, it picked me. I thought maybe there was a tag in my shirt because it was a new shirt. And then I'm like, no. So then I moved it again. Like, I moved my shirt around, and then all of a sudden I felt another sting, and another one, and another one. And then I found out that the stupid thing was on my shirt. I freaked out. Like, I've been stung when I was little, but never more than once. So to be stung 4 times, I was mildly freaking out. I was okay. Nothing happened. It was a little sore, but that was okay. But I did get another pot from TJ Maxx. So I used a Teddy Plansco. It was like a sad crying bunny, just because I went to go look, but they didn't have any. And of course I went to Lowe's again. I don't remember if I got another plant that day. I may have. But anyway, moving on to Sunday. In a quarter box, I marked that I slept in with an Olive Studio olive in PJs. Then I went to Joann Fabrics. So I used a Bubba Bear Studio crocheting bear for that. I got some spray paint because my mom and I had 2 different pots, and I wanted to try something, but mine didn't work out well, so I have to like sand it down and then do it a different color. And then I spray painted my mom's, like, it's like that fake stone, like you spray but it looks like stone. But I just used a Munchkin painting for that. Then this evening I repotted my giant Monstera. So I have my mini Monstera that has like little like cutouts on it. Then I have a giant one that's outside. It will be inside soon. But I repotted it so it's in like its forever home, unless it has to grow. But I think it should be in that pot for good, because I got the pot for $19.99 one Wednesday at TJ Maxx, and it's beautiful. Like, it's $20. It's probably like a $50 pot elsewhere, but I love it so much. I used a Maru from Paper and Milk for that. Then I marked that it was a happy plant because it just looks so much better in that pot, and I used an Olive Studio olive for that. Then I used another olive. It was so many olives this week. I used it for doing laundry, and I also pulled stickers this day, so I did use a Pumpkin Paper Co. Terra to mark that. So again, that was my exciting week. Like I mentioned, it was terrible. It was not a fun week at all. And I mean, besides getting plants, because obviously getting plants is fun, it's good, it's nice, but having been stung 4 times, breaking my favorite pot I think I have ever purchased, that was not fun. So yeah, if you guys want to see, I should have it like finally done actually tonight real time, which is Tuesday the 7th. I should actually have my like all of my plants up on my newsstand. So if y'all want to see a picture, let me know. I can throw it up in my stories, or maybe after like I post the spread picture. If y'all want to see, let me know. Leave a comment down below, because I would love to share my love for plants, and I love them. So I mean, I want to share my pictures with them. So yeah. Sorry I'm all over the place, you guys, but I probably should have sped up this writing part, but I didn't. I also need to get a new like top light. I have an actual studio light that's above me, but my other one, I think you remember, if you remember correctly, I did break it, like the holder or the plug. So I don't have a light from above. So if you have any recommendations of what kind of light to use, like a ring light, because I don't want to buy another studio light because I don't have the room for it. So I just need one that sits on like a tripod or something. So I don't have to like completely edit my videos, even though like my lighting's okay. I just did a little bit of like editing on it. So it doesn't look terrible. It's not bad, but I would like something for overhead of me as well. So if you have any recommendations, please let your girl know. My goodness, I cannot speak today for the life of me. Yeah, I definitely should have sped that up just a tiny bit more, but I think I fast forwarded my like actual plan with me too far, so I didn't want to like do that again and have like a shorter video, because I like my videos to be like around the 20-minute mark or a little bit more. So like if it's a little bit longer than that, that's okay too, but I tend to try to just get it around like the 25-minute mark or so. So that's why it's a little slower this time, but that's okay. But I'm almost finished here, and I don't want to throw music in for like 30 seconds. That's terrible, but I don't. So I shall just mumble or talk. But if you guys have any questions for me in my next video, please leave some down below. I mentioned before that I don't have a September video lineup up because I don't have all my kits yet. I may or may not have one for October too, because I'm just slacking on ordering my kits. I have to order, I think, 3 more Halloween kits. So if they get here in time, I will have a video. If they don't, I'm sorry, but I will pick it back up in November if it happens, because I know that those are like some of my favorite videos to watch, and I feel bummed that I started it and then I didn't do it. But here I am just putting everything back in the planner. Oh, but like I said, if you have any questions for me, leave a comment down below. I will be sure and happy to answer them in my next video, which hopefully will be up this week. I can't make any promises because I thought I was going to have 2 up last week, and didn't happen. But here is my finished spread with my wiggle. Again, this foil is stunning with this kit. It was such a perfect pair, and this is a fun kit as well. I thought it was stunning. I love sunflowers too. But here is my wiggle, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.